Boom! Yes, brothers and sisters, welcome back to another episode of the Need of His podcast. Today's special guest, Luke Dyson.
Yes, Danny, good
How
to
are
see
you, brother?
Brilliant, thank you.
My
bro.
man.
Thank you for having us down, brother.
Listen, mate, you're more than welcome. We've been trying to get this one over the line for a week or so.
Yeah, man.
A few things get in the way, don't they?
Yeah.
But here we are. A busy man, Luke. A very busy man, it would seem.
Yeah.
Now, this is the third, maybe fourth time we've met in person, thereabouts.
Yeah.
Before I get into when I first met you, I want to ask you a little bit briefly, because I haven't seen anything about your background, where you're from, what type of upbringing did you have? You know, a few basics. What were you like at school? Do you have a hard time? Do you get a bit of a shit time like a lot of us? Were you bullied? Whatever.
I just think, basically break it down, born in 92, I was put into care from a young age. I was adopted by an amazing family. My mum and dad, they're not my biological parents, but they're my real parents. You know?
Of course.
That's because they earned that right. Lived with them till about the age of 15, going through schools. I was just a troubled kid, Danny. I was just a confused, angry child all the way through, brother. Didn't understand life. Probably just from traumas that happened at birth, bro. I think that's maybe what it boils down to.
Yeah.
That I still maybe can't. I think things affect your brain, brother, but indirectly, so you don't know it. So there's always maybe a compartment at the back of your mind. Obviously, growing up, the truth was never hidden from me, so I was always aware of the situation. So I think just anger, confusion, never really able to fit in. Obviously back then as well, brother, things weren't really like nowadays. Everyone's diagnosed with this and that, and
That's very true.
Back then, bro, it wasn't really that. You were just a naughty kid.
That's right.
I was supported a lot by teachers in school, a couple of the odd teachers, bro. I went to a pupil referral unit, and then by the time I was 15, I was out living I went back into care for a bit. Then I was living in B&Bs and hostels and hotels and whatnot. And then through year 11, while I was not living with my parents, I was doing it was called Nexus in school, where I'd work 3 days a week and then I'd go to school for 2 days a week. Uh-huh. So I did work placements all over, nurseries, builders, merchants, but complete opposite different things. But then I was in the kids' home. I got my face smashed in with a brick, moved over to Halifax where I live now. And obviously, just a turbulent ride then, bro. Always just the wrong choices, bro. Just, you know, but that's what we do, isn't it? It's no worse than anybody else, and do you know what I mean? And then obviously drugs took a hold, bro, and we went down that route, you know, thinking we were gangster, and then just whacking it all up his nose and wasting his life away. Mm-hmm. And then I found the gym, bro, and then the gym really changed my life. Started getting
What sort of age was this you first walked into a gym?
Flipping heck, you're talking, how old am I? 27, something like that. I'd missed out on so much of my life. Just
You've never been in a gym and never trained till you were 27?
Never. Do you know what I used to do? It's gone to the truth. I used to go to the gym with my mates and they'll watch this and they'll confirm it. I used to sit in the car park while they went in the gym. I'd go, I don't need to do that, and I'd just sit there and smoke while they're in the gym.
Mad.
And then it was one night, one of my mates, sadly not with us no more, Martin McDonough, we were sat at my house and we were having a conversation, and he said to me, he goes, I was you know when you're in that zone and you're having a chat and you're like, flipping heck, I just feel awful, and I'm not making the right choices. And he said, you need to get yourself to the gym, Luke, and you need to start getting that good endorphins pumping around your body. And as soon as I did, and I started replacing them synthetic endorphins with the good endorphins and the real ones, I had no need for anything like that. My life just suddenly started changing. I started making the right decisions, the right choices, and I started to change physically and mentally, bro. And then I started making a choice, in my head, just to start step by step changing things. I was working as a carer, so obviously from being in care, I started working in care, then working with children in residential care. I've worked with the elderly, like end-of-life care. I've worked as a support worker for adults with severe disabilities. That's what I was doing for many years, just until recently.
Fair play to you, man.
So like the top end of the spectrum, really extreme, challenging behaviour.
And where does your passion come from to do this kind of work?
I just want to make a difference, Danny, and I just want to make everyone that loves me, bro, and everyone that puts so much work into me, and everyone that I just spent years of my life destroying, because I did, not intentionally, bro, just through my own actions and my own behaviours. My mum and dad, they adopted me, bro. what good is it for them if I'm in jail, bro, as a wronging, or just addicted to drugs? And like, do you know how many Christmases, bro, I go to mum and dad's and I just sleep on the couch, or I've been Christmas Eve, bro, and having fights in town and spending Christmas Day in hospital with broken legs and that, bro. Do you know, just many years of my life wasted, bro. And I thought, do you know, what am I doing here? These people give me a whole different life. And what are you doing, Luke? You're just throwing it away, bro.
Yeah.
And I am, and I was, and I thought, what's it all come to when my son sat and there's all the children around him in school and one's going, oh, my dad's a firefighter, my dad's a police officer, or my dad gets up every day and grafts on the builder's site. And what are you going to say about, what's my child going to say about me? So then these are the things, bro. What are my parents going to say? What's Luke doing now? Or what's your dad doing? Well, I'll tell you what, his dad ain't going to be sat in the middle of some square in the middle of a town centre drinking Fosters and doing all that horrible stuff that it could have been. Well, that close to destruction, bro. Either, you know, people say dead or in jail, bro, but I don't think some people really understand, unless they've been there, how close you really are to that kind of thing.
100%, mate.
Do you know?
As I say, the devil's only 2 turns away.
It'll get you, bro. One way or another, that life will get you.
1 or 2 wrong decisions, mate, and it can be all over.
100%, bro. 100%. You've just got to use the same way with what we were just talking about with the fear. I think you've kind of got to use the things that sometimes can control you in life to aid you in life. So, like, you can either have it as an enemy or as an ally. So, like, now with what we're talking about, which obviously we'll get onto, my fear and the bad things and the bad decisions and even the bad things that have happened to me, I use them as an ally. Now I think, yes, boy, you can't fuck with me, you can't destroy me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're mad. Do you know what I've been through?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Resilience, mate.
It is, bro.
The only way you build that resilience is, you know, going through painful, traumatic, emotional experiences.
Yeah, 100%. Whether they come to you not through choice or whether it's by your own actions. Because this is what a lot of people don't understand. Like, you are a maker of your own actions. You're like what you do, whether it be directly or indirectly, really affects your choices in your life and which way it goes.
Amen. You know, I couldn't have said that better myself. In another conversation I had only a few days ago, you know, on about trauma, you know, without disclosing any details, you know, I've hurt a few people, you know, like over the years. I've hurt quite a few people unnecessarily, you know, emotionally and physically, you know, and that was a massive part of my sorting myself out, you know, having to reflect deeply on the trauma I'd caused other people.
100%.
You know, I thought, you know, these people just never deserved what I'd ever done to them. Some people aren't here anymore. Some people I can't physically make it up to them. But I can make amends in other ways. I can make amends in being a better person and trying to adhere to, you know, a decent lifestyle, you know, and trying to make improvements on a daily basis and trying to build people up instead of shooting them down, you know, and this only come to me through a lot of the hurt I'd caused other people. I didn't want to be that person no more. You know, I didn't want to hurt people no more. All I wanted to, you know, I wanted to help people. And
do you know what it is? Just because you've been through things and just because, but I think, do you know what it is? To be honest, I think that a lot of the best people in life have been through them kind of. You can't not be wise, bro, and not have lived a life. You can't have not gone through things, and then you can't have never experienced anything, not gone through hurt, pain, darkness, sadness, and then the tops as well. You can't go through all that, and the people who haven't been through that, they can't be as wise, bro. You got to go through
the old skilled sailors weren't made on smooth seas.
No,
you know?
There we go,
and that's how it is. You know,
100%.
All the trials and tribulations and the complexity of life. You know, it molds you into the person you are for good, better or worse.
Do you know what it is, bro? I think in my head, and I don't know, like, obviously I am a religious person, but I'm not deeply religious. Do you know, like, when it all ends, my brother, and you go, do you know where you go wherever you believe. And do you know, when everyone's sat there, and I read it once and it stayed with me, and do you know, when everyone's begging, oh, God, you know I am. I don't want that, me, brother. I don't have to go plead my case at Heaven's Gate. I want to just get there, and I want him to look at me and say, do you know what? I know you are. Yeah, it wasn't the best, but I know you tried. Yeah. And you know that for me, bro, that's my intention in it, because I can't lead a perfect life, bro, because I haven't led one. I can't preach and be prophetic because I don't have that right. But what I can do is I can explain, I've been there, I've seen it, and I learn from the lessons in it. And then, like you just said, we make his future better, don't we, bro?
That's it.
And we got to use the past to make his future better.
Absolutely, mate. You know, bingo. Now, there's a few things I want to talk to you about, Luke. I've got a few bits on my mind now. The first thing is, right, I tell you what, I'll pick that back up. I want to go back to when I first met you.
Yeah.
It was at a D-Day show. Was it a D-Day show?
Yeah,
D-Day. It was at a D-Day show in Newcastle. And you were fighting a lad that I was once matched with, Jamie Jones.
Yeah.
Now, Jamie Jones can have a fight, mate. You know,
Yeah.
he's been fighting a long time, Jamie Jones, and he's as rough as they come. You know what I mean? He's a very experienced lad who can pagger, right?
Yeah.
And I remember seeing you walk into the ring and thinking, you know, you look the part. You have done. You know,
the aesthetics
a
are
big,
all right.
muscly looking kid. I thought this is going to be some dust up. Now, it didn't go your way, shall we say? You know, you were out.
Just be truthful about it.
You were out your depth.
Yeah.
You were out your depth.
I'm truthful about it. So just yeah.
You know, you were out your depth, and I remember thinking, feeling. I don't use the words feel sorry for you, but perhaps.
Yeah.
I thought, whoever made this fight here.
Yeah, it was my own fault.
Whoever made this fight here fucked up, I thought. You know what I mean? Mm. I remember going to see it outside. I approached you and I said, look, this lad's had 140-odd fights. He's a rough kid who can fight. Don't beat yourself up. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have been in the same ring as him, really.
Yeah.
And I never seen you for, I don't know how long. It could have been 10 months-ish. I think it was the back end of the same year. And you'd had like 90-odd fights. And I was like, wow. You know, and you did look like you'd improved.
Yeah.
You know, you did look like there'd been some significant improvements from 10 months previous. And then the last time I spoke to you, you said, you've hardly spent any time in boxing gyms and that. Have you literally just been learning on the fly, on the move?
Yeah.
Because, am I right in saying you've had 3 and 4 fights in the same weekend before?
Yeah, well, 5. I think 5's my total.
Wow.
I think I've hit 5. I found that out the other day. But yeah, like going forward, a lot of them, Daniel, was just a lamb to slaughter. Do you understand? Like you said, you know yourself. I look the part, daughter, bro.
Yeah.
So I put myself in a lot of situations that I shouldn't have done.
Have you said no? Sorry to interrupt you, mate. Have you said no to a fight before?
Back in the day, no, I never said no. This year, I've cancelled a few fights, and that's not me saying no to the fight. That's just me going into this year with a lot more of a sensible head and a lot more of respect for my own body in the game.
Yes, that's good to hear.
So, as a fighting man, like we discussed earlier, and like I had this discussion yesterday with someone on the phone, as a fighting man, I can't dictate what I fight. Like, you know, I'm a fighting man. I've got to fight, bro. Mm-hmm. Simple as that. It's how I make my living. It's my life, and I love it. But at the same time, brother, there's only 2 things I ever ask for, and that's my respect to come correct and my money, brother. Mm-hmm. And it just doesn't seem to me that a lot of them things are coming. Like, the respect seems to be lacking a lot recently. So this year, my brother, if I'm going and I'm performing and I'm putting my health and safety on the line for you and your show, and I don't feel like that's at the top of your priority, then I do apologise. But then that's not for me, my brother. Do you understand? I'm a father. I'm a son and I'm a fiance. Mm-hmm. Do you know, I've got friends, I've got family, I've got people that love me.
Yeah.
And I think I've got a lot more awareness of the sport I'm in now as well. And things are stepping up, aren't they, bro? You know, big eyes are on me, so I've got bigger opponents.
Of course.
And, you know, the damage comes a lot more severe, doesn't it?
Of course it does, mate. And you've gathered yourself a decent following. You know, you're making some noise.
Yeah.
And my honest opinion is, you know, I salute you. I salute you.
Thank you.
I look and I think, you know, something, fair play to that lad there. He'll take anybody on. You know, he'll fight anywhere at any time.
Yeah.
You know, and I know you get matched and you get opponents and you get on shows and you get a decent placement on these shows. But I think it's also fair to say that, you know, you can be a last minute stand in and face anybody. Saving feature fights, main events.
It's what got me where I am, bro.
It's
what got me where I am, and that's why I've got a lot of respect for like the journeyman scene, the unlicensed scene, and everyone on it, and all the lads on the journeyman scene. You're all absolute animals.
Of course you are.
Do you know given the proper camp and the proper experience and the proper rest and the proper money, flipping out, there'd be some absolute animals out there.
Absolutely.
But like, there's just a mentality of some of us that, and I think we've all been through it. I think we've all been through as darkness in whatever way. Or still, some of us still go through we all go through darkness still, don't we, brother? Whether we manage to win certain battles or not. But there's always that select few lads that we just love to go out. We love to get it on every single weekend.
Yeah.
And we feed off it.
That's it. That's it. There's no feeling like it, is there?
No.
You know, and trying to explain it to somebody who, say, has never had a fight, it's very, very difficult to verbalise the feeling, you know, that the what's administered biochemically into your bloodstream, you know, the feeling.
These trolls, they go on to me all the time, oh, you lost a fight, oh, you got done by so-and-so. Mm-hmm. You're more bothered than I am.
Yeah, you brought me to a good point there. This is something I wanted to mention, which I would have forgot there if you hadn't mentioned that now. A bit of a spat the other day online with you and Tyler Goodjohn.
Oh, fuck me. No. Bro, all I'm going to say is, bro, it's mad how this mediocre journeyman can turn elite level fighters into clout chasers. Because I just be focused on what I'm doing, where I'm taking myself, where I'm taking my family. I've never watched any of your fights. I've never watched anything to do with you. The only reason I know your name is because you started making stories about me. So just to leave me alone, bro. You know, like, yo, I'm just like, these are your words. I'm a mediocre shit journeyman. So, like, why are you bothered, bruv? Do you know? Yeah. Let me do my thing in it. Let me earn my bread. Let me feed my family. Let me put the roof over my head. And just, because, yo, this is one thing for all of you, innit? Yo, how does it feel when every single day you put that hate on me and you spread that hate online, and every single day I wake up, open my eyes, scratch my ass, and carry on doing what I do? Regardless of what you're doing, I'll carry on doing that. And there's not a single one of you that are going to stop me or affect me on that journey. And that's simple as that. I don't care who I fight and who defeats me. I don't care how many times I've got to stand back up and go again. None of you are going to stop me in achieving what I want to achieve. And the thing is, none of you know what I want to achieve. And none of you know my motivations for wanting to achieve them. So therefore, you can't stop me. Sorry, Danny, I just wanted to say that. I went on a little rage.
And don't say little speech, mate. I like that.
And don't say roid rage, because I've been this angry since young. Do you know? No, but yeah, I just like that's just a plain simple truth of the situation, Danny. Yeah. That's how I see it, bro. It doesn't matter what they put in my way, bro. They think a few online comments, or when someone matches me, like, I've got promotions and they'll chase me down, bro. Like I'm the saving grace of the promotion. And they'll want their guy to come in and destroy me, and they think like they'll wake up the next day like being offered massive money, and I don't know, it baffles me, bro. But yeah, I just wanted to say that to him, innit? Like, it doesn't matter whether your best guy beats me, because I'll wake up and I'll go again the next day, and by the next week I'll have had another fight and everyone will have forgot about it. Yeah,
a fair play to you. And that's kind of where I am with it now. Just on that little situation briefly, I've had a little spat with Tyler Goodjohn online once, and like, I got a lot of respect for Tyler Goodjohn as a fighter. Now I sort of put a video up the other year about Tyler, and I was reasonably respectful. But I remember uploading it, and I remember just before I uploaded it on my YouTube, I thought, do I really want to go here? Because Tyler's ruthless.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely ruthless, mate. And he ain't bothered about bringing family and that into it. It's just how he is. It's just how he is. Do you know what I mean?
I've noticed, bro, some of the stuff's awful, man.
Yeah, he's just not bothered. And I thought, do I really want to go down this road with him? You know, and the truth is I don't. You know what I mean?
No, I don't either, bro. I don't.
As a fighter, I've got an enormous amount of respect for him and for what he's done in the game. You know, long before I landed here.
I have heard he's achieved amazing things.
Yeah, he's one hell of a fighter, Tyler Goodjohn. You know, but... And some of the stuff he says, I think, is funny. You know what I mean? I really do, because he just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, if it wasn't directed at me, I probably would.
But when he was saying what he was saying, I had a different opinion. You know, and I, even though... To a certain degree, I get where he's coming from. I get where he's coming from.
I do, brother.
To a degree. You know, I don't fully agree with him. His opinion isn't my opinion.
Yeah, no.
But I do agree with him. There's a certain side of him I can see.
I understand what you're saying, bro, because I think I see it from the same
why people are agreeing, you know, where people are saying what they're saying about like, not so much yourself, but fighters on a similar level. Yeah. You know, now, as far as levels... We know there's levels to this
100%,
game. We find it out a lot, don't we?
1,000,000%.
You know what I mean? We find it out a lot. But, as I said before, I have to salute you. I have to give you my hand. You know, fair play to you. You know, you're not bothered who you fight. You're out there week in, week out, saving shows. The who and the when, you know, doesn't really matter. You know, you'll turn up and you'll give 100% anyway.
I think the thing is, like, especially with people like Tyler, I mean, to be quite honest, Danny, I mean, if we sat down opposite each other and had a chat like me and you are now, bro, I think it'd be hard for him to even ignore the fact that I'm a sound guy, bro. I mean, no bad intentions on anyone. Yeah. I can understand that. I know the level I'm on. Like we were just on about levels there. I know my skill level. I never professed. I've never actually even. If you actually took your time and went through my whole thing, I've never called myself a boxer. I'm just a fighter, Danny. I'm fighting. I fight for a few things, bro. I fight for my money. You know, I won't go into it. I fight for a lot of things. You know. I know my level. I don't profess to be an amazing level. I was fighting long before I documented it. You know that yourself.
Yeah.
Long before I started posting it online, I was doing this. I mean, flipping heck, if I'd have been posting, if I'd have been documenting what I was doing beforehand, it'd have been embarrassing, mate. But no, I think I got to the level, to the stage. I think it was January last year. I looked around and I thought, there's so many of us lads out on the circuit, and what we do is mental. Because there's people that they go to work 9 to 5 and they have a chill weekend. They'll never have a fight their whole life.
Yeah.
And then there's those absolute nut jobs that'll just fight anyone for fun. And I thought some people will love to see that.
Yeah.
So I started documenting it, and it's blown up. I don't document it thinking I'm the best. It's advertisement. It gets me more fights. I don't ever try to disrespect anyone or to hurt anyone in the process or to annoy anyone. I don't have any intentions of making myself look amazing. I obviously have to advertise myself. I'm a brand, I'm a business. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know, people like Tyler, you've achieved amazing things, my brother. I'm never going to ever try to take that away from you. But at the same time, bro, I just want to get on with my life, and I just want to get on with my business. I mean, over the past 4 or 5 days, I've had people, and I mean, I know, like, we're fighters, bro, we're meant to be men, and things aren't meant to affect us. But, you know, like you just said a minute ago, some people are brutal, bro.
Yeah.
And when it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people all doing this at once, bro, and they're all hell-bent on destroying you,
can take its toll, can't it?
It really does, Danny. It really does, mate. And I look and I think I've got no outlet, especially in the moment. I haven't had a fight in weeks. I've got no outlet, bro. And, you know, mental health is a killer, bro. You never win it. And and then sometimes I get drawn into online disputes, and then, oh, mate, and it just drives me absolutely insane, and it does affect me. But at the same time, bro, like I said earlier, it's...
Yeah.
You go to sleep, you wake up and you forget about it, don't you, bro?
Exactly, mate. That's it. You know, and that is basically the only attitude you can have towards it. But it's difficult, mate. It is, because I know I'm a resilient person, and I know I can take an enormous amount of shit and pain, emotional and physical, because I've endured it all my life.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, I hold my hands up and say, 5-10% of the time, I'm not well.
Yeah,
I'm not well.
No,
I'm not a well person. And there's not really any kind of positivity in my head, and I'm proper doom and gloom, you know. And like, I can get sucked at that delicate moment when I am vulnerable. I can get sucked into arguing with someone online, and it can ruin me, mate, for days.
It can, bro.
Days.
It can have a massive impact on your whole career, bro.
A stranger that you've never heard of that couldn't lace your boots.
Yeah, 100%.
Annihilating you online. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, you know, it takes a thick skin, and
it pushes me sometimes.
Well, of course it does.
Because, you know, at the same time as well, Danny, like, you know, like we've discussed it earlier, bro. Like, you know what you've done in your life, bro, and like, just understand this as well. Like, I aren't an idiot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I wasn't doing ballet before I started fighting.
Yeah.
I fight for a reason, and just understand it takes a certain amount of darkness in someone's head to be able to do what we do, regardless of win or lose. Do you know? So just, do you know what I mean? If you're not on that life, just don't be on that life, because you know it's sometimes these people that you're pushing. You know, what do you think? Because people have got a few followers on Facebook, or people are well known that they haven't still got a temper, or you're not going to push them to their absolute limit, because you will, especially with some of the stuff that they're saying. And I think, to be honest, if you're not about that life and you're not ready for the ramifications of your own actions, then just keep your mouth closed in it.
Yeah, but that is massive now. Now it's all, you know, like, I'm a bit older than you, but not too much older. But, you know, I can remember, like, you know, the time when I was a teen, and there was nothing like this. There was no platforms, there was no screens, there was no phones. No. And the only sort of banter you had to relate to is the banter that you had with the lads, the stuff that was actually speaking real words to someone in a real room, a real conversation. And if you crossed the line, you might get a smack. You know, like, that's gone now. You know,
100%.
this internet's just attracted hordes, armies, legions of
Do
people
what they
who
want.
can all come online, say what they want about who they want, and there's no repercussions, and it's changed everything.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
They're ruthless, aren't they, bro?
They are, mate.
And do you know what? They've just got nothing better to do, bro. They've got nothing better to do. But see, the thing is, I can understand the ones that have got nothing better to do. It's the ones that have got something better to do, bro, that baffle me. It's the ones that are already, like, you've surpassed me in achievements, in goals or whatever. Yeah. And I've only just started. I've only been doing this 3 years. I've only been training just over a year. I've only been respecting the sport just over a year. It's only the last year that I've actually started to get my proper wins in against notable names, do actual, do you know what I mean? Win belts, win my achievements, even though it might just be on the unlicensed circuit and it's not fucking WBC approved or whatever. But one day we might get there.
Course,
But
mate.
you see, the thing is, I'm not aiming to be the best fighter on the planet, Danny. I like those aren't my intentions, bro. Like I said earlier, the people don't understand my motivations. I'm trying to make the best of what I can, bro.
Yeah.
And with what I can, whether that be with fighting, whether that be with another opportunity that comes up or another opportunity that comes up, bro. I just want to make the best of what I can when I can, innit?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's perfect. Personally, I think you are like the ideal candidate for a Misfits fight.
Do you know, people, I've got so much hate on this, bro. Do you know, look at everyone begging for a Misfits fight. I'm not being funny, guys, yeah? I'm fighting on the unlicensed circuit for an undisclosed amount of money, but I won't tell you how much it is. But it's not life-changing. And I'm doing that 2-3 times a week. Yeah. And there's platforms out there that, see, the thing is, there's platforms out there where I can entertain. The UK love to watch me fight. Do you know what I mean? And the paycheck on something like that is a considerable amount more than it is on the unlicensed scene, bro.
Absolutely.
So, forgive me for wanting to feed my family. Forgive me for wanting a bit of a better life.
Absolutely.
And forgive me for chasing them opportunities.
Big
and
time.
do you know what? If you see it as begging it, then you see it as begging it. But all I see as is going out and getting it. Yeah. And you know, if you aren't going to go out and get it, it ain't going to come to you.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it ain't, bro.
Amen.
It's simple as that, bro.
Listen, you've got to make some noise, and you've got to rattle a few cages and get in a few
100%.
people's faces. And it's the old, if you don't ask, you won't get.
Danny, bro, I was sat. This is the thing. Like, this is what I was on about again earlier. Do you know? I was sat front row, of all these thousands of people at Misfits, and I've got one donut, bro. He's in the crowd. He must have been, instead of watching the Misfits fights all night, bro, he's been watching me, and I've leant across my missus, who, by the way, would absolutely stove my head in if I ever did anything like this. And I must have gone like this. And I've got a 10-year-old kid sat behind me. I'll show you the photo in a minute. He must have waited the whole night to watch me scratch my nose. He's took 4. He's gone, you will never get on. Send it to someone else. And he's gone, Dyson will never get on here. He won't pass a drugs test. Number one, I absolutely hate drugs. Like, I've been there, I've done it, it's destroyed me, do you know? But at the same time, I don't need to, like... and then on the other hand, like, I am well aware that these promotions drug test people. Like, grab your pot and I'll piss in it. Do you know what I mean? But just put your money where your mouth is if you're going to inconvenience me.
But listen, you're popping up on people's radars for all kinds of reasons.
If people are watching me like that, do you know what I feel like? I feel like a Manchester United football player, bro. Like, I've got the paparazzi trying to snap shots of me and ruin my life. And I just think, do you know, if you're going to come with something better than this, and like what we discussed earlier with these other bullshit that people coming, if you're going to come with something, come with something fathomable. Do you know what I mean?
Substantial. Yes, mate. But like, look at again. Just touching on the Tyler Goodjohn thing briefly, you know, for whatever reason, you're on his radar.
I don't know why I don't know.
For whatever reason, though, you know.
I think it might be because I'm Scott's mate.
Right, I see.
Do you know what I mean? I really don't like Scott, does he? So it might be, it might just be not he don't like me. I don't know. He'll have to answer that question. I'm sure he will.
Honest, mate, you know the thing what I respect about you more than anything as a fighter is the way you've. Right, I'll start again. If you're going in off the street, anyone, or like I did, you go into an amateur gym, you have a few months in an amateur gym, you get trained and schooled, so you're good at the basics, then you get thrown in, then you build it up.
100%.
You're like serving your apprenticeship in the ring, in real time combat,
of fire,
real time fights, like that. You're learning through fights.
I was facing Bellator champions in the cage, mate. Do you know what I mean? Champions of Bellator, mate, in the cage. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? With zero training, like that is stupidity at its finest. But at the same time, there's only one way to learn, and it's the hard way, bro.
The deep end.
That's it. And it's worked for me because now, it's got me on my path, and my path seems to be working for me.
Yeah.
Whether or not someone else looks at my path and thinks, oh, well, I won't dare be him.
Yeah.
Well, it's working for me, innit?
Well, listen, and personally, I think there'll be a lot of people out there who'll draw a lot from your story, from what you've done, for the noise that you're making. You know, it's nobody else's business. I wouldn't be as rude to ask you the figures, but I can imagine you've pulled a couple of quid in over the years. You do good numbers on socials.
Yeah.
You're paid 2 and 3 times a week.
Yeah.
You know, I can only imagine you'll have done all right.
I think, to be quite honest, I think some of the amazing things, like one of my mates, Curtis Arbord, messaged me the other day, and I did another podcast. I was spoke on the good, the bad, the ugly, and I really went into depth, like about how, like, cocaine really did destroy my life, brother. I really do have, like, drug-induced psychosis, when I touch anything like that, bro. It sends me as, I just don't function as a human, bro.
Yeah.
So I went really into depth about how it affected me, and obviously what I did to come out of it. And obviously my mate Curtis Arbord passed me a message on the other day, and I get a few messages like this, but Curtis passed one on, and it was a lad, and he said, you know what, since I watched Luke's podcast on New Year's Day, he said I used to sniff every single day. He said I have not touched a single bit since. And you know what, some people might not understand that, but do you know, when you are actively addicted to Class A's and to cocaine, and you were actively doing it every single day, just to be able to put that down and just say no to it, it must have found some resonance in what I said, and big up to you, lad. If you watch this, big up to you, man. Respect to you, and respect to anyone else that can find the power inside them to get rid of something outside in their life that's destroying them, because it's a darkness, bro, and people feel lost in it. And even though they're doing it, my brother, I mean, I don't know if you've ever experienced a battle like that yourself, bro.
Yes, I have.
But like, that's, yourself, then the darkness it takes you to, bro, and you feel helpless, and you'll know the next day you won't have it, and you'll think, right, I want it, but then you'll have it, and you'll think, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And that's when it hits you again, and then you've got the 4, 5 in the morning, and the thoughts that come then, bro. So you can identify the problem, and you can want out, but then that can destroy you even more. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Big up to that lad, man.
Absolutely, mate. And listen, like what I was saying before about people drawing things, you only need to save one life to save the world.
Yeah.
It's that simple. You know what I mean? If you can help one life, if you can save one life, then you've saved the world.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Now, I think you're an inspiring individual. You know what I mean? I really do. I'm glad you've come up. I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. And people have got their opinions, and
well, they just have to chat to me, innit? That's if they've got an opinion. If you've ever got an opinion, this is one thing that I did want to say. Like, there's a lot of lies. There's a lot of people like to say a lot. Yo, if you want to have a chat with me, then have a chat with me. I'm the nicest guy ever, even if you don't disagree with me or you don't like me. If you treat me with respect, I'll respectably chat back to you. I'll answer any questions anyone's got, any accusations that anyone's got that are getting absolutely ridiculous these days. Just approach me, man. And I'm pretty sure that after a 5-second chat or two, I'm pretty sure we can understand each other and get to a situation that, I'm not a bad guy. I've got no bad intentions for anyone. And if I can help you, I will. And if you can help me, then thank you.
Yeah.
Do
and we don't all have to get on.
No, we don't.
We can agree not to. We can agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying?
And if you really don't like me and you want to fight me, then it's going to cost you. But I'll hit you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you really don't like me that much and you want it, then
tell me a little bit about that briefly. I can feel a whole other podcast on coming on again, so I just want to touch briefly into this. When was the last time you used cocaine?
Truthfully, brother.
Yes.
Truthfully, I had a slip up. My brother, and this is God's honest truth. I can't really remember when it was. Sometime last year, brother. I had a slip up. It was one night, 1 gram, night. That was it. I managed to go home, go to bed, get to sleep. But I think I woke up in the morning, and it sounds a bit weird, my brother, but I think I realised why I'd kept away from it for so long.
Yeah.
And I think it strengthened. I mean, people who say, like, it's hard to quit something and never touch it again, my brother. It's hard, especially when you've got that feeling inside you.
It'll be a process.
It's so hard, my brother. And like I said to you earlier, I don't ever profess to be perfect. I make my mistakes, but the thing is, I'm transparent with every mistake I make, my brother. So I hope that enables people to learn from me.
Yeah.
But I mean, in respect to what I was doing 3 years ago, I was going out every single day, flipping egg, mate, a quarter every night. Do you know, every single night, night after night, sitting up till 7, 8, 9 in the morning, then going to bed, laying in bed till 11 o'clock in the morning. And then, do you know, but it's just a psychosis going through your head, going to sleep, waking up, having a food and going out and doing it again.
Yeah.
Do you know, so yeah, I did have my slip up, mate, at some point last year. It was just one bag, one night, mate, and it was... Well, it strengthened my resolve, bro, of why I don't do it and why I shouldn't do it. But at the same time, we make mistakes, don't we, my brother? Of
course we do.
And we learn from them.
And I think, you know, a lot of people don't fully realise, mate, is
got me asking that.
Yeah, mate.
But I'm transparent, bro, so it's what it is.
Listen, bro, when we get to where we want to be, when we stop taking what we want to take, right? Let's just say whatever it is. Let's call it. Let's say it's cocaine, right? Now, I used cocaine for 20 odd years. And you see, when I eventually got clean and I got the help, what I realised was a few things, you know, that number one, the drugs were never the problem. The drugs were the solution. I was the problem.
100%.
I was the problem.
100%.
So the drugs were a solution to a problem which was me.
100%.
And even when I stopped using drugs, I was still left with the reason why I used drugs.
There we go, bro. You've still got to find something to combat.
Do you know what I mean? I was there's still plenty of reasons why I use drugs.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what you're left with. You know, and that's the stuff that you've got to combat on a day-to-day basis.
I think this is where a lot of people struggle, Danny. I think this is where, like, I really struggled with it, bro. It's not the quitting the cocaine, bro. It's the fear of having to face what you've got in your mind, bro.
Yeah,
and because it takes even the drinking, bro. I was drinking and just making stupid decisions, bro. Just getting involved in violence, bro, and stupid life-changing decisions, bro. And I think you do it as an escape, bro, to keep away from it. And people don't really understand it because some people can just truly go out and just have a good time,
That's
bro.
right.
And they're just drinking for the sake of having a drink.
Yeah.
But some people don't understand, like, you just, like, it was for years, bro. I was just living on my own and my house is just, I just not have much of a house. And, you know, because I had no joy in my life and not to wake up for, bro, I just think, right, we'll wake up, we'll go graft, we'll go earn us money, how we earn us money, and then we'll just waste it all night. And I was wasting away, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I was, yeah. It's a good job everything stopped when it did, bro.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, if it wasn't one way, it'd have been the other. My brother.
It's a dangerous existence, isn't it? Not having a purpose, you know, not having someone to get out of bed for.
Not having a purpose, bro.
That's it.
Truly, that is what it is, not having a purpose.
And we all need something.
And looking at life as one big problem, bro.
Yeah.
Instead of little baby steps, my brother. Do you know, that is how you've got to take problems away.
Yeah.
Combat it one thing at a time instead of thinking, fuck it. Do you know what I mean? It's like dropping the full box of Quality Streets, bro, and trying to scoop them all up at once.
Yeah.
You're not going to do it, bro. Just pick them up bit by bit, get them all up, and they'll be done in no time.
That's it.
And that's how I compartmentalise my problems and that now, bro, because I just think, yo, bit by bit, Luke, bit by bit. And obviously we still struggle, obviously we still mess up. But yeah, and like I said, when with the battle, you've got to remain strong because, like, obviously, like you just asked me, Luke, when did you last use cocaine? I hadn't used it for years before I messed up. Do you know what it was, Danny, as well? This is God's honest truth. Now I'm thinking about it, bro. It's because I thought I could handle it, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I did. But I had to stop because, you know, if I'd have gone out the next night, that'd have been it. I'd have been slipping down that path again, bro. This is why I'm so glad I've got fighting and I've got the gym, bro. Because now I've not got the intention to go out drinking because, it's all good me sitting here saying I don't touch it.
Yeah.
You're only that far away from going straight back on the path that you were on.
Of course.
Do you know, you it's not an alternate reality, bro. It's not another dimension. It's there next door to you, bro. One fucking bad, not even a bad choice, my brother. Something bad could happen to me today. I mean, I could leave here today and woe betide it. A member of my family could pass away, bro, or someone I love, or any incident could happen, bro, and that could be it. Me straight back on it, bro.
Yeah.
So it's all about just identifying the times that we fuck up and thinking that's not where we go back to, and reminding ourselves why we're doing what we're doing, bro.
Absolutely, mate. Bingo, mate, and well said. Yeah. Well said. You know, I'm touching briefly on that, mate. That's why I've gone back to fighting this year.
You can't leave it, can you, bro?
Mate, I walked away thinking, brilliant, walked away. I'd made a couple of quid. I thought, brilliant. It took me 10 days or something, I was on a bender. And I haven't been on a bender for ages.
It's scary, isn't it,
And
bro?
it was just, I didn't have naught to get out of bed for.
Yeah. Scary,
I didn't have
it's
naught to get out of bed for.
terrifying, man.
Sat about twiddling my thumbs with a few quid in the bank.
Yeah,
Before you know it, I'm on a bender.
yeah.
And these benders got more and more frequent. And I just thought, I knew what it was. It's because I didn't have a goal. I had nothing to get out of bed
Can't
for.
feed that addiction,
I had
bro.
nothing to work towards. You know, and I just felt like this big, like a vast void of emptiness that I wasn't going to fill. You know, and it's like, and I've only been competing for just under 3 years.
Same as me, just about.
And then I'm scratching my head thinking, what do these pros do who's had like 12 and 14 year careers? Like, what do they do with themselves after 14 years of getting that specific androcrenal buzz administered in your bloodstream? No wonder they all end up on the drink and the packet.
That's it.
They all end up, half of them, fucked up because they can't replace it.
Well, I see it all the time. It's a mad. It's such like I tell people all the time. If you could bottle up fighting as a pill and sell it, flipping it, you'd never have to work a day in your life.
No, but that's
because like you said, the feeling like when you step out before you're going on for a bare knuckle, bro. That metallic taste, that feeling, bro.
Yeah.
You know, you can never get that buzz, and
Can't
if you could
beat it.
sell it, mate, in a pill, you know,
That's it.
You'd never have to work a day again. Like I said.
Yeah. The most special, eye-opening, terrifying, amazing thing for me about fighting is the last 10 minutes before you're going to have your fight. You maybe just wrapping your warm-up up and you're just waiting on the call. You're in a changing room with a load of different lads, and what I notice is, because I see people, I look about and I always see people, you know what I mean? It's just something I've always done. People fight for different reasons. You know, and you'd be surprised how many people that do it for the wrong. They may be doing it for validation, or they may be doing it for pats on the back. When it comes down to it, it's written all over them.
Yeah.
They don't want to be there. They're there for the wrong reason. Do you know what I mean? And that's the biggest buzz I like. I like seeing people. I like it when it comes down to it, and I'm terrified, and I'm just waiting on them calling your name. That feeling of fear, I love it.
That's why
I love that feeling.
It grips you, doesn't it?
It's an incredibly powerful feeling, and on the ring walk, I feel this like explosion of endorphins and adrenaline. It's like I'm getting every step I take, I'm getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And then just as our names, I could kind of go blank when the saying our names and that. I can hardly remember it. I don't put my hands up and out. I just nod. But when we're just getting told to toe the line and squared up, that feeling of you're just a couple of seconds away from severe violence. It's
like that. It's like when you enter the storm, bro. It's like the middle of the storm.
That's
that
it.
Calmness in the storm.
That's it. It's just there. The violence is just on the cusp. It's just right in front of you.
Calmness in the violence, bro.
Yeah,
That's what
mad,
it is.
innit?
Yeah, but that's how you know. Like I said, boy, we need to feed one way or another, don't we, my brother? There's darkness inside. There's darkness inside some people's brains, bro, and you've got to feed that beast, bro, one way or another.
That's it.
And I think, to be honest, bro, the way we do it, I think we're doing it in the best way that we can for ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
And at the end of the day, bro, if we weren't doing it in this way, we will be a destructive force on earth. I have been, and I know for a fact you have been, bro.
Yeah.
And that destructive force on this earth, it doesn't benefit anyone around us or ourselves, bro.
That's it.
So if we can exert what we do into violence, I mean, for myself,
get paid for it.
It's win or lose yet and get paid for it, bro.
That's
and
it.
you know, at the same time, then they build a life off it, my brother.
Yeah.
Because now there isn't a corner of the country I can't go where people don't know me.
Yeah.
I'm Googled in the last month, not Googled, sorry, my actual website, lukedysonfighter.com. Well, over 158 different countries visited that website, within the month of, it was like between December and January, it was 28 days. Do you know that's 100? I didn't even know there's 158 different countries down in my brother.
Yeah.
Do you know? And they're going onto my website, bro. So like, I'm building a life off something that I would still be doing anyway, bro.
How does that feel? You know, how does that feel to come from where you've come from and to be relatively or completely unknown a couple of years ago in the fighting game? You know, to now have, have the recognition of, these big platforms, big fighters, as we've mentioned. You know, you find your name in a lot of people's mouths. How does that feel?
I mean, to be honest, my brother, anybody that ever stops me and anybody that ever asks for a photo with me and anybody that ever supports me in any way, shape or form, it feels absolutely amazing. Yo, guys, if you do watch this and you ever see me and you do want to stop me for a reason, even if it's just for a photo or for a chat, just do it. Don't feel in any way about it, because I wouldn't be where I am without anyone supporting me, my brother.
Yeah.
To the people that hate me, I mean...
Yeah, fuck them.
I'm still going to be here. But yeah, no, it feels good. I mean, I've earned my respect in a way of, no, I'm not an elite level fighter, but like I said, I'm transparent with what I do, my brother. It's there online for everyone to see. So I turn up, I put the work in. I haven't always been the best, but I try to be the best now. So I feel like what I get from it, bro, it's necessarily from the people that I love, like my family and my parents, bro.
Yeah.
And like, I think they're proud of what stage I've got to and the fact that I'm willing to try and make a name for myself.
Yeah.
You know, and one day my brother, when his name goes down in history books, we'll be all right.
Absolutely, bro. But listen as well, even if you've got a lot of time in front of you, you know, sure you'll have less injuries than me, your potential in front of you is a lot more than what I've got.
I have got potential, my brother.
You have.
And I just need shaping and moulding and putting on the right platform in the right thing, and
that's
I've got the world to give.
Well, in the right gym, you're only going to grow and get better. But like as well, the right now, talking about here and now, not yesterday or tomorrow. You know, right now, you're right where you're supposed to be. You know, you've gathered yourself a decent profile. You know, you do big numbers. You've got this recognition. You're a known established fighter. It's that simple. You know, whatever level you're on, you're known, you're established, you're busy.
Oh, well, to be quite honest,
and you're
bro,
active.
I think, I don't know how I managed it, because obviously there's people out there a lot better than me, my brother, and that's people that I'm even friends with and people that don't like me. But at the same time, like I said, bro, I'm known, absolutely. And then to be known in every corner of the country as a fighter, do you know, that's obviously, it's kind of it's a blessing, isn't it, brother?
Of course it is.
Especially when I spent so much of my life, God's honest truth, being a pure victim, bro. Do you know I did, brother?
Yeah.
Even in my adult years, I was a victim, bro. So, do you know, now to know for a fact that Luke Dyson's name goes across the country and people know for a fact, because they might say what they want about me, Danny, but there's only a certain amount of people that are willing to stand there in front of my face and say something to me and take the whack in the face that comes with it, bro. Yeah. Do you know, it takes a certain amount of men, because they're all good giving it that.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously, like people like Tyler flipping heck, yeah. Of course Tyler would fight me. He's an elite level pro fighter, bro. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe he's qualified to say what he wants about me, bro. But I can't say this because I got cussed now, because Sam Raps has fishing a profile photo, but you was like that, have fishing your profile photo. Stop starting shit with me, man.
I hear that, mate. Aye, fucking hell, shower. Aye, mate. So, 2025 going forward, how does this year look for Luke? You know, what's plans, activity?
Well, I signed a contract the other day. Luke Dyson is now an actor.
Yeah.
Luke Dyson's now an actor.
Respect, bro.
Thank you. Yeah.
How mad is this? 5 minutes ago, I nearly said that to you. 5 minutes ago, I nearly said, when I was on about the size of your platform and that, I said the potential's there for you to be getting these bits of acting, misfits fights, because it's the numbers that's there.
See, that misfits suits me, boy. It's in the name, misfits.
Let me put this to you then. You know, like followers, numbers. That's what these misfits are all about. You know, who would... Forget skill level here. Let me ask you a question. If you were misfits and you had a choice between getting Luke Dyson on or getting Tyler Goodjohn on, who would you pick?
It's common sense, isn't it, my brother?
Because it's numbers.
Bro, they were screaming my name. The whole section was screaming my name in that arena the other night, bro.
Yeah.
When KSI come out looking for an opponent. And I mean, don't get it twisted. I'm not out here looking to fight KSI, looking to fight this guy, looking to fight that guy.
But you take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't you?
Yo, I'll fight anyone. But the other thing is, what I see there is an international platform on a world stage, my brother, that I'm not the best fighter, but I don't have to be the best fighter. It's called misfits, my brother.
That's it.
Do you know, like, but the paycheck's a brilliant paycheck, and I feel like if I can go on something like that, I can earn and pave my way on that platform, my brother, and I think it's what the country wants.
I'd love to see you on there.
I'd love to perform on there, bro, and I'd love to show them. You see, the thing is, I'd love to show them my worth, bro. Prove my worth, you know.
Yeah.
Because that's all it takes. I mean, we've got. I think I bring a whole new demographic as well, bro, to a platform like that, because there's a lot of people like. Well, I'm a solid British man with British values, you know. That's how it is. I see the world in one way, and that's, and maybe that's a lot of like how the older generation see the world, my brother. I don't see it the way a lot of the younger people see it these days. But I bring a lot of them British, good, strong British people with a British mindset.
Yeah.
They'll watch it, bro, and they're calling for it. And it's not maybe the eyes that are on that at the moment. Do you know what I mean, my brother?
And from a good old-fashioned northern hard-working town.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Just an everyday fella.
Yeah, 100%. I think you got to respect the hustle as well, bro. Like, not you. Sorry, I mean, they like in general, you got to respect the hustle. Like, you can either sit there scratching your balls, sat in the same place,
That's it,
my
you
brother,
can get out,
or
make
you
some
can
noise,
go out and
get
paid. Go out and get it, innit?
That's it. Yeah,
or
absolutely.
Some of you say beg it, but if that's what I need to do, well, I won't ever beg it for a better life. But if I need to go get it for a better life, that is what I'll do. Do you know, that is what I'll do, and I'll go wherever it takes me. Like I said, I've got the acting thing, my brother. Do you know, that could be possibly turn. In fact, there's another thing. I think there was been in talks with my mate Gypsy General Arthur McDonough. I did an interview filming the other week. They're going to come round, maybe film like the fights on the scene, so a bit more of an in-depth, like kind of like a documentary on the unlicensed boxing kind of thing. And I think what's his name now, Tony Bellew. I think he might be part of that. Yeah. To be honest, that's just going off the chats that I've had last night on the phone. So don't hold me gospel to that. But yeah, that's something that's definitely getting penciled in. I'll be hearing further from that this week. And like I said, 2025, I've got a few things penciled in, a few amazing fights, a few amazing opportunities. But at the same time, I'm ready for the next step, my brother. I'm constantly on the lookout for the next step. Yeah. Do you know, like I don't still want to be doing this, what I'm doing now, or what I was doing in last year, next year, bro. I don't want to be stuck in the same rut. I don't go forwards to just... You don't go so far to only come so far, bro. It's all or nothing.
That's right.
Do you know? And to me, I'm on it for the long haul, bro. Wherever I go, whatever.
And as well, like you said before, though, I think now you've got an establishment as an active fighter. People know you're active. People know you, and you'll turn up. The where and the when doesn't really matter. But I think you've made a good move there, just taking your foot off the gas a little bit with the activity. Know your worth. Yeah. You know what I mean? Certain shows, certain opponents, certain venues. You're in a position now you can knock this stuff back. Now we don't want that one. We don't want that one. You know, you're in a position now. I'm sure that you haven't done a great deal of that. No, but you probably should do. Start thinking about.
No, well,
you know,
I have. Do you know what it is? It's not so much. It's been the it's been how regular the fights are. I won't try again. That CT will kick in. No, yeah. So I've took how many fights I've got coming, like. Took them out. That's no reflection on the opponents, because flipping X, I've got some tough opponents coming up, man. So if I'm not on my A game, I'll get caught out very quickly, but we'll still have fun with it.
There's a couple of fights I wanted to ask you about. Yeah, man. There was a fight. I'm going to... Forgive me, because I can't remember. I'm terrible with names anyway. That's why I call everybody mush. There was a fella, you had a fight a little while ago. I don't know if it was in the summer or last year. It was an Asian kid. You were arguing about something and you were, what's my kind?
Not big.
What was that all about? I watched the video and all I got was, what's my kind?
Boy,
what's my kind?
Still goes on this guy.
Right.
Now, do you know what it was? With Nomi, I fought Nomi right at the start of my career, my brother, when I never trained. And the same position I was in, it was around the same time as Jamie as well, actually. Right. I did 5 rounds in Nomi back then, and he stopped me 5 seconds before the final bell, bro. Right. And you know, Nomi, you're going to say what you want, but I seen the judges' cards, I showed him. I was up every round, bro, from zero training. Right. But he beat me fair and square. He stopped me, bro. Hats off to him. So then they penciled the rematch in 2 years later. Now we've had a bit of back and forth. Now he's giving it this and that. It was going on.
Do you know him from your way or something?
Well, he's from Bradford, next door to me, but I don't really associate with him anyways. Okay. Anyway, he started coming with he started coming with a lot of bullshit, bro. He's coming out. I don't really. When we chatting lives, you know what it is? I won't even go into it, bro. I don't even want to say what he was talking shit about, bro, because it's just personal family shit, just making up bullshit, you know, to suit his narrative. And it sickened me to my stomach, bro. And I told him at the start, I said, do you know what it is, my brother? It's not even about the training that I've put in. It's not about how far I've come. I said, your intentions and the way you are and your black heart at the moment, my brother, I said, you can't beat me. And I know that, bro, because it's like Tyson Fury and John A. Wilder, you know, when they said it to him, bro, and it was the same, bro, because you are a bad person, my brother. You can't defeat me. I know that hand on my heart. I had no fear going into that fight. I did not care, but because I knew the lies he told on me, the bullshit he come out with. And then that my kind thing, we went for his interview. And I mean, I did the little thing at first where I banged the table and I thought he made, because I'd sat in the bath for a bit, you know, like a little weirdo, you know, with the water out, fantasising, what am I going to do to this guy? I want to slap him all over the ring for 7 rounds. Or I'm going to bang him out in one punch, or, do you know what I mean? Like, just thinking, shall I torture him, or shall I mock him? Shall I do this? And I was just thinking all sorts of twisted shit. And I thought, right, I'm going to go for this press conference. So we had the press conference. I thought, how can I bitch him out? Yeah, I thought, you know, because as a man, bro, do you know, like when someone makes you like that, you bitch out, don't you, bro? I'd crumble if someone did that to me, bro. Yeah. So I thought, obviously, when you go like at someone, it don't really work, does it, bro? I'm a bit of a powerful. I've got powerful. I'm a severe asthmatic, bro, and I smoke about 20 zazas a day, but I've got powerful lungs, bro. Yeah. So I thought, do you know what I mean? I thought, I'm going to give it him. So wait for one moment. Yeah, and I got him jumped, and then he got him a bit hyped, and then I don't know, my brother. Now he's trying to say he didn't say it in a racist way. All I'm saying is, if I'd said it, my brother, he'd have been held to pay. He's like, I said something about his hat, bro. He had a hat on. And I don't know about the origins of said hat. He's like, I've said, bro, I can't take you seriously with this fucking hat on your head. He said, my missus got me this hat before she passed away. So I said straight away, no, I do apologise, my brother, I'm sorry. Yeah, straight away. Because you know what? No matter how much I dislike you, Danny, I are on to go down them routes with you, bro. Yeah. And anyway, he went, oh, well, this hat, furthermore, it's kind of hat my people wore when we came over and we destroyed your kind. I was like, bruv, I ain't got a clue about history anyway. I ain't got a clue about history, bro, you know. I don't even have a clue my kind now, bro. You know what I mean? Like, come on. But anyways, it was a bit of a mad one, but I just thought, in my head, like, on the flip side, my brother, you're like, I'd have been in the world of shit right now. I'd have probably been beaten up on the spot, bro. So I thought, nah, allow that, bro. Do you know? And do you know, I do have a temper, bro. I've always had a temper, Danny. I've had a temper since I was a kid. I've always, brother, literally since I could sit up, I've had a horrible temper, but I lose it, bro. I don't know what it is. I do, bro. And there's just something inside me, bro. And it's just, and sometimes it might just be screaming and shouting. Sometimes it might be complete pure depression, bro. Like it's always one extreme to another, my brother. Once the control's gone, sometimes it's hard to bring it back, bro. I mean, luckily, my missus shouted me and that, and I think my missus, my fiance, bro, Hannah, she's a real special part of me, my brother. I've never had anything like her. She really does ground me. You're like electric and rubber boots, bro. She does. She keeps me grounded, bro, and she's an amazing asset to have in my life. Because I think without her that day I'd have fully lost it, man. Yeah, I'd have fully lost it, bro. Yeah. And I just with him, I just didn't like him, bro. Just the lies he told, more than the my kind thing. It was just more the lies he was spreading, more than the bullshit he was coming out with. But at the same time, I sat happy in my heart that I knew for a fact he couldn't destroy me, bro. Yeah. And that wasn't about any skill level or anything like that, bro. That's just the quality of his heart, bro. Yeah. And the way he conducted himself in life, bro. There was no fear for me going into that fight. Yeah. Do you know? I knew I was going to destroy him in one way, shape, or form, bro. Yeah. Simple as that, so. Yes,
mate. And you've got your own YouTube channel now, which is worth a mention. I'm going to put his link in the description. That, man, we'll try and get a bit of traffic over there. We'll do all right numbers on this channel, you know, not bad.
No, I appreciate
Hopefully we'll get a few numbers over there.
Well, what I'm doing it is I've got my new gimbal. So I'll be going out and I'm just like, there's a few on there if you just want to watch it, but like a day in the life, innit, like what we do. Like people always go, oh, what do you do, Dyson? So I'll film it, man, just step by step in it. A few of the lads in the changing room, unlock new fighters as we go along, do you know what I mean? Because there's a load of unsung heroes out there on the circuit.
Of course he is.
If people are watching my stuff and I can give them the recognition they deserve and a promotional look to them and say, listen, Boom, let's pay some
Yeah,
money, my
man, that's
brother.
what it's all about.
There we go, 100%. I'll put their fights as well on there. My fights are on there, win or lose. So
Yeah,
you can either, if you hate me, you can watch it and watch me get sparked, or if you support me, you can watch it and support me.
that's it.
There's something for everyone, guys.
That's it. It's all numbers, it's all eyes.
100%, 100%.
Yes,
But
bro.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
No
Danny.
problem, mate. Shortly, we're going to go and have a couple of rounds. A bit like move about.
Joe and Danny Christie text you in
No,
the morning
daft.
and says, bring your gum shield. And you
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it, bro.
Yeah, man.
We'll have a good move about and not daft, you know what I mean? We'll video a few rounds, make a bit of content.
yeah, man.
Before we wrap any of this up, I want to give you a few minutes. I want you to give your lovely lass a shout out. Anyone that supported your journey, any sponsors, any gyms, any family members, and anyone that you think is worth a shout out. You want to thank them or give them a mention, mate. The floor's yours.
I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Obviously, shout out to Hannah Banana. I love her to bits. You know, Hannah, she's the brains, the brawn, the everything. She's everything, to be honest. She even throws better punches than me. I shout out Hannah because I love you to bits, and you know what you are to me. You're extremely special. My mum and dad, if you ever do watch this, shout out to you. You know why. You know what you do. Obviously, my sponsors. I've got 2 sponsors on board at the moment. Gaz Pool, GP Garden and Tree Services. Respect to Gaz. Gaz has always been me from the start of my journey. Always supported me. Always sponsored me. Oh, pardon me, a real lovely man and a good true friend. And then Lucky Winner Competitions, guys. There's a couple of tickets over on Lucky Winner Competitions as well for a few upcoming shows. They raffle a few of my tickets off and you can get them cheap as chips. So head over, guys, and get on. And I believe as we've got a few more sponsors jumping on board. I haven't managed to get your names on yet, guys, but you'll be on the logos. You'll get your own shout-outs, so I appreciate you all, man. Big up Workout Warehouse. Big up to everyone that supports. And to my son, Kane, I love you to bits, man.
Boom. There it is, brothers and sisters. Luke Dyson, get over and give him a follow on Instagram, Facebook, and his new YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Bosh.
likewise. Go on, Danny. Thank you,
my brother. My man.